today's episode of PJ and the Beard, we're going to take a look at a new offering from Walrus Audio. But before we get into the pedal, I'd like to ask you to consider subscribing to the channel, clicking on the notification bell. Your interaction with us helps us interact with great companies like Walrus. And in this case, we got this through Zzounds again, but we've had some great experience with Walrus Audio in the past. And today we're going to be looking at the fundamental phaser. But we're going to do a little more than just this, or there's a whole series that we're doing.
Yeah, it's kind of is it a series? Is it not a series? It's not officially a series. We like series. Not officially a series, but
if it involved 3 videos to start, would that be the beginnings of the series?
Kind of. Right. So we did this before. We had the reverb for both series, the fundamental series and the 3 series from JHS. We recorded the same clips for both videos. We did that tonight. We recorded the clips for the phaser video. Same clips, same playing for both videos, just because we can.
Right.
And so we'll put this video out. Then we'll put out the JHS video. And then for the reverb, and we'll see if it happens for this, we went and clipped just the wet parts of everything together, which I don't think
we graced you with a reference tone today. We just got right at it.
We just went right into it. So, the Walrus Audio phaser. 3 sliders on it and a switch. I like the slider thing.
I'm holding it up. There's probably a bigger version of it right next to us.
Yeah, I like the slider thing. So you have the first slider is feedback, controls the amount of affected signals sent back to the feedback loop. More feedback creates more resonance. Then you have a depth slider, controls the depth of the modulated LFO. This affects the amount of pitch modulation applied to the affected signal. And
rate.
Yeah, I totally missed the rate one.
Well, you start from the bottom up, so you're going in order. If you say rate, we're good.
Going in order backwards.
Right. You can rewind it; it'll be in correct order.
Yes, watch it in reverse at half speed. Rate controls the LFO modulation. Higher rate will produce a faster, more pronounced pitch modulation, while a lower rate will produce a slower, more subtle effect. And then you have the slide switch. So this basically slides between light, medium, and heavy. They say light's a scaled back phaser that slightly modulates your signal. Medium and light's classic warm analog phaser. Heavy multi-voice phaser with lots of experimental sounds. So what we did tonight is both of us put it in light, played a clip, put it in medium, played a clip, put it in heavy, played a clip. So Pat, if you want to start on the light clip.
Yeah, started with the light. PRS Silver Sky SE, because I'm boring like that, right? And I'm into the Tyler JT22, a little sweetener from the Echo Tour, the DLS effects delay. And I did my best ode to Steely Dan.
So a lot of times with the phaser pedal, I love that kind of single note stuff, right? Especially the phaser pedal, and I think it gets kind of a cool quack to the single note stuff you're playing. So I grabbed American Strat and did something, set it up. I think it's kind of a fast rate. And did something that sounds like this.
So the next setting on the pedal is the medium phaser, and I stayed with the same guitar, same delay, same amp, changed the settings, and I played a little something that our buddy Brody and we've talked about, wrote, oh my gosh, many moons ago. This is what I played.
So for the medium setting, I grabbed the Les Paul Honeyburst here, pulled out the series parallel switch to kind of get that single coil sound on the neck, and slowed down the rate and kind of jacked the feedback and the depth up. I had to look at the pedal to see what the names were. Sorry. So jacked those up a little bit, pulled the rate back a little bit, get that kind of big switchy thing. But I love that sound with like kind of chordal stuff, like if you're just chugging chords through a song or something. So that went a little bit like this.
All right, for the next two clips we're going to do, we switched it over to the heavy setting. I got out my PRS, 1995 PRS 24 with Dragon pickups, because a lot of times with phaser, and I am not Eddie Van Halen, that goes without saying, people like a lot of drive with a phaser to see what it does, right? Like people might want to see that. So being that we don't have a good Van Halen player between the two of us, I just tried to use the Game Changer from Barber Electronics, put some reasonably heavy overdrive on it, do some harmonics, and I played this. I don't know why we both ended up where the drive pedal came on that last heavy setting, but I turned it up to heavy. It gets a little weird. I was like, let's throw some drive. Let's get back into full humbucker mode like the Les Paul should be. Throw it down to the, back onto the bridge. Crank on some gain. I used Barber too, but I was in the direct drive. I was in this lovely B Custom direct drive version 1. There's more on this B Custom stuff coming here shortly, I hope. But anyway, I did that, and just, this is what I played. There's the 6 clips we came up with for the Walrus Audio Phaser. Final thoughts time, Pat. Well, I always seem to have some kind of caveat. Oh, it's not my pedal. I don't use that kind of thing. But I will say that it's a lot more complex than the phaser that I own, which it's not a script, but no power supply, no light, but one knob, right? So this has 3 sliders and also a selector switch. So again, I always think I overuse the word tone shaping, but it gives you the opportunity to really tailor that pedal and take it in different directions. And the sliders are kind of cool. Like, it does kind of give you a visual. Not that a knob doesn't, but I liked it. I felt like, and maybe this isn't the right word, like it kind of had like a mid hump to it. Like it got very flangey at times. So there's a lot of options in there. Again, it might not be your one trick, your granddaddy's phaser pedal here with one knob, but I enjoyed trying it out. I thought it was another cool offering from that series from them.
Right. So one of the big differences, I think, between this and the old block logo Phase 90 over there, that's not a digital pedal, right? So this is a digital emulation of a phaser. Now, there was a time where that was like a dirty word, right? It's like, oh, please don't tell everybody it was digital. I think one of the things I think is really cool is like the digital stuff has gotten so good, especially in delays, reverbs, modulations, that a lot of times it doesn't matter anymore. And this sounded great. I like the sliders. I like, the light to heavy. I really like phase. It's not something I was using ever
Right.
until recently.
That's a true story.
Yeah. So recently, I've through the magical power of a Line 6 M5 Line 6 pedal with a really great phaser and an effects loop. All of a sudden, I'm starting to like that effect a little bit.
That's why we got these pedals in, actually.
Right. But I like it with like the big clean tone, the big kind of slow phase on it. So anyway, great stuff, great pedal, another great pedal from Walrus.
129, probably an affiliate link.
Absolutely,
I'll be the pitch guy for that part.
Yeah, but thanks to Zzounds. Zzounds is sending them over, so we gotta send people over their way. They've been really helpful to the channel and giving us stuff to share with you. We appreciate that from them. Always take a minute to say we appreciate you for watching. If you hit the subscribe button, click on notification bell, leave a comment, any of those interactions really help us out because they help us interact with companies like Zzounds, and we appreciate that. And I think with that,
I'm PJ on behalf of the Beard, reminding you no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear.